Hi, welcome to Tints and Toons. This is the weekly tutorial which I'm uploading here. Today let's draw this cherry and using this color palette. I'll give this color palette in the description to download. You can upload it using this plus icon. And also I'll be only drawing with existing brush and one of my free brushes, which is this base brush. I'll give this brush in the description, you can download. Otherwise I'll just be using the existing brushes in the procreate. And if you do not want to draw the outline and directly go into the painting section, I'll be giving this outline as well in the description to download. You can download this outline, and then you can start painting directly using this timestamp. If you also want to learn how to draw the outline, then I'll also teach the outline portion as well, how to draw. Let's begin the video. Let's start painting the cherries. So this is the color palette which I'm using, and I'm just selecting the first color, and I'm selecting the 6B pencil to just give a thumbnail like a outline of these cherries. Let's start drawing. Now I'm just going to draw. Let me increase the brush size to 100% and just draw a nice round, fat round. You can keep and hold the pencil as well to keep it as a perfect round, make it into a perfect round. Just draw a round and make it into a perfect round. Let me slightly adjust the size of the round. I'm just selecting this. So how did I select it? I used this lasso tool, and I'm just selecting one of the cherries and clicking the arrow icon, selecting this warp structure and slightly giving it some random shape, reducing the width and giving some shape to the top portion. And again select the second cherry and do the same thing. Click the arrow icon, click the warp option, and just give some organic shape to the cherry. This should be fine. And now let me select the arrow icon, go back to the uniform and pull it back slightly down. Now let me draw a third. Similarly, let me draw the third cherry as well. And I'm just slightly going to move this cherry nearby and make it slanting. Now go back to the color, select a different color, maybe just for differentiation. Later on we'll change the color and everything. This is just a rough sketch. Just drawing some stem, just random stems. Let me slightly edit the outline of the cherry. I'm bringing this cherry to the front and erasing this portion. For eraser, I'm just using the medium brush in airbrushing section and just erasing this. So by doing this, I'm just bringing this cherry to the front and bringing this cherry to the back, so that I'm going back to the green color so that I can bring the stem backwards rather than disturbing the cherry. So it just goes back of this main cherry. Just erasing some lines over here. Let me draw a small leaf as well. Let me reduce the image size. Now go back to the layer, reduce the opacity to around 50% and create one more layer. In this layer, let's create a clipping mask. So after selecting this lasso tool, let's select the cherry, just the outline, including the leaf and everything. Just selecting the leaf randomly. This will help in painting process. This might be a little bit time consuming, but comparatively this is easier rather than directly starting to paint. I'm just clicking the add button and then let me unselect this color fill for now. I'm just going to remove this center section. Remove it. And then now I'm just for future purpose, just in case, I'm just saving this selection. After that, select the color fill and it is going to color the selection portion and select white color. Now it has a based white color in it. Now, so I'm just turning off the background color to show you how it is getting filled. Let it be. Now bring the sketch layer to the top so that you'll have the reference image to paint. Just hold it, drag it and leave it. So the sketch layer comes to the top and this goes into the bottom. Now by being in this white layer, click the press icon to create a new layer and then select the layer, put it in clipping mask. Here is where we are going to do the painting. After that, select the fourth color in the third row from the right. Go back to the brush and select one of my free brushes which I'll give in the description, which is the base brush. Increase the opacity to 100%, reduce the size to 25% and let's start coloring in this layer. This is one of my free brushes which you can use. I'll give the link in the description to download this brush. I know there are some, if you lift your hand it will create some overlapping color over here. This is a transparent brush. So what I'm going to do is go to the smudge tool and go to the airbrushing, click the soft brush and slightly smudge it. Reduce the size, reduce the opacity to 80% and slightly smudge the darker color. Just erasing, using the medium brush airbrushing, just erasing this portion. Let me increase the size to 4% and just erase the center portion and go back to the smudge tool, soft brush and just use your hand in a circular motion. Do not have any hard edges, just smudge it and now it should be good. Now repeat the same thing for all the 3 cherries. go back to the brush, go to the airbrushing and select the soft brush. Select the cherry red, first color in the first row. Increase the opacity to 70%. Reduce the size to 7%. Still it's big. Reduce the size to 4% and start giving some colors only in the borders, not in the center, just in the border. So since we have created clipping mask, it will not go outside even if you color. So just give it in the border and using less pressure, just merge it with the existing color. Start with the higher pressure and as you go inwards, just reduce the pressure. Do the same thing with the other cherries as well, just the border, and then just use less pressure to merge it, not have any hard edges, and color it. I'm using very less pressure. In the border I'm using a darker color, and as you go inwards, just reduce the pressure so that it merges. Again do the same thing to this as well. Now go back to the base brush and select the first color from the right in the last row and start coloring the stem. Just color block it. And the leaves as well. Just entirely you can just color block it. Since it's in the clipping mask layer, you can just color block it. Now you can switch off your outline layer if you want. You can give the details later. Now let's start giving details. Go back to the inking brush, select the ink bleed and select the second color. Now reduce opacity to 50%. And then just let's start giving some small details. Just giving a very light outlines. Go back to the eraser brush. Reduce the size to 1% and erase some of the cherries and go back to the base brush, select the first color, reduce the brush size and color this center portion just to extend the stem. Now go back to the inking, ink bleed, second color. Let's just give a small outline. I know it's very dark now, so I'm just slightly giving a outline, not much. Only in the left side I'm giving where it will have a shadow. In the right side I'm not giving much, just very light shadow. Now go back to the artistic brush, select the coal brush and select the third color from the right in the third row and just give some textures to it. Just some texture, random texture in the center portion. Now change the color to the cherry red and with the same brush, with the same coal brush, and just slightly darkening the corners. This gives a nice texture to it, so that's why. With the same brush, go select the colors, select a dark green, any green you can select. Initially we selected this light green. Now let's start giving some texture to the leaves. Now back to the airbrushing. Select the soft brush, select the red color, and let's start giving some small details. Reduce the brush size to 1%, 2%, 3%, 2% should be fine. Reduce the opacity to 50%, 51%, and start giving some details. Just coloring the portion right below the stem, and go back to the color. Select the darker cherry red and color the back side of the stem with the darker color, and increase the brush size to 3%. Reduce the opacity. Initially it was at 50%. Reduce the opacity more to 40%, and color the left side. It's because the shadow portion is in the left side. The light is falling from the right direction, almost from top right. So this you can do once you understand the dark and the light region. So where the light source is coming from and where the shadow portion is coming from is when you can understand. Now go to the layer, select the completely different layer, put that as well in a clipping mask. Now again go to the base brush and select this first red. Reduce the opacity to 40% and increase the brush size to 25% and slightly color the cherry again to make it more darker. Now go to the eraser brush and click the soft brush, go to the previous layer and create some highlights here and some highlights over here, and create some highlights in the right direction, right side of the cherry. Now go to the smudge brush, same soft brush, and go to the layer, just merge these two layers and just increase the brush size to 11% and it's very big, 4%, and slightly smudge it wherever you see hard edges. Now create one new layer, put it in clipping mask. Now this looks good. Let me go to the airbrushing, medium hard brush, and select the pink color and put it into multiply mode. Select this N icon and put it into multiply mode, and let's start coloring the outlines, like give more details. Now since you're making it more darker in the corner, it's giving a more structure to the fruit. Just darken this portion as well. Just darken right outside the highlight as well, and some portion in the center as well. Use the smudge brush, soft brush, to just slightly smudge and not have any more hard edges. Like only the lower portion I'm just smudging, not entirely I'm smudging. And now let's create some details to the stem. Reduce the brush size to 1%. Select a darker green, second green in the second row, and increase the brush size to 2%. and just color one corner of the stem, not entire stem, just one corner, mostly the left corner, since that's where the shadow portion is. And even in the leaf, just color, use less pressure, reduce the brush size to 0.1%, and at 2% should be fine. Use the opacity to 50% and just draw some details. Go to the inking section, ink bleed. You can use with different brushes to create some structure. Just overwriting this initial marks, and that's it. This is how you draw a cherry, just giving some splatter. Create a new layer. So this is my own splatter. Let me check if we have a splatter over here. We should have. We have a spray paint section. Go to the splatter and increase the brush size to 40% to create some splatters. Now, and just merge it and duplicate this layer. Put it into a color burn mode and reduce the opacity to around 23%. It just gives some depth, darkness to the cherry. This looks so good. So I always use this color burn to give some brightness to the image, and this looks so good. And one more tip I'll give, just select one more layer. I have a brush which you will find it in paid section, but I just wanted to show you. This is a paper texture brush. So in new layer, if you put it into a multiply mode and select a very light gray, like very light, any color, very light color, and if you just paint the entire paper with this brush, you will get a paper texture feel to it, even in the diagram as well. This is the final diagram. If you have followed until here and if you like the video, please give a comment. Bye bye until next video.